It is 11:47 p.m. and the television is still on. Your shoes are half off and your cat jumps onto the couch. She circles once beside your thigh, then deliberately turns her back. Not just near you, she is facing away from you, spine toward your hand, eyes closing, tail tucked along her body. She has already decided the room is handled. It is brutal. Wow. She came over just to ignore me, you think? She picks the cushion by your feet instead of your lap. She settles close enough for heat, but faces the hallway. People call that cold, rude, and emotionally unavailable behavior. They laugh it off, scroll away, and miss the intimate silence. If you only recognize loud love, cats are easy to misread. No wagging tail, no dramatic reunion, no body slamming into you. The bond gets downgraded in your head without you meaning to. She likes the food, likes the routine, likes the apartment. You're the can opener, the heater, and the litter box department. The meaningful moments often look like nothing at all. Really, she rests 2 feet from you instead of across the room, closing her eyes first and placing her body near the exit. She stays there even though she could leave right now. She doesn't need to keep you under constant visual surveillance. To a human, that barely registers as anything important. Her nervous system is built for scanning exits and guarding angles. She never gives up control unless the environment feels safe. Trust me, that is not a small gesture at all. Everything feels different from 10 inches off the ground. She isn't being dramatic when she drops in your path. She beats you to the bathroom or slows your feet down. That move is a maneuver. It is a nervous system checkpoint. In feline terms, motion through shared space is never neutral. Every pass, every doorway, every turn is just more information. Are you leaving? Are you available? Is the environment predictable? She interrupts because that interruption gives her some fresh data. Data matters to an animal built for rapid threat assessment. A cat's brain is constantly sorting for signal, not sentiment. Her system is always ready to spike if things shift fast. She only settles when the room map feels stable again. Stepping into your route isn't just some random clinginess. That tiny pause is actually a controlled, cynical reset. Your voice and your glance are cues the territory is safe. The social bond is active, and nothing has changed yet. She does it to you, not to the delivery guy. Cats are selective because not every human regulates the same. Research suggests cats prefer familiar humans over other rewards. Stop thinking in romance and start thinking in regulation language. The familiar person is the strongest source of prediction. Your smell, your gait, and your timing are all known. In a world of micro-patterns, known things lower stress. The scratching scene works in exactly the same way. Unfortunately, she runs to the couch and drags paws down the fabric. She wants witnesses, but most people only hear disrespect. Her body is doing something colder and much more specific. Scratching stretches the shoulders and leaves scent from her pads. She isn't just damaging an object. She is writing on things. She does it in front of you because it is shared. She is placing a shared marker in a social zone. That furniture isn't the couch you paid for. To her, it is a landmark where your smell and hers overlap. Great. It is a visible scratch post and a feline bulletin board. Pheromones and visual marks say this place is claimed. Everything is assessed and folded into her safety map. Your presence changes the meaning in a very simple way. She isn't marking against you. She is marking with you. You're in the social field that matters most to her. That is the part people miss when they watch her behavior. What looks like clinginess is usually just regulation. Go figure. The cat outside the bathroom door isn't running romance scripts. She is running a cold nervous system calculation instead. Research calls it secure base behavior, but that sounds soft. When she reappears in your orbit, her arousal level shifts. The sympathetic system eases off and the stress stays low. The environment contains a familiar, predictable anchor. That is you. That anchor isn't owner in the sentimental sense. It is a known sensory pattern, your footstep cadence. The sound of a chair pulling back. It is familiar. Smell on your clothes is catalogued 1,000 times. The pressure waves of your movement through the apartment. Cats are tuned to small changes in their environment. They don't process safety the way humans narrate affection. They use predictability, route control, and scent continuity. Instead, even the shadow cat pattern has hard edges. A stressed cat may not have the margin to downshift. They need a regulating cue to be present. Somewhere, in plain terms, some cats borrow calm. It is buffering. Your presence helps the system come back online. Slowly, This happens in homes with noise or other pets. It matters for confinement stress and interrupted rest. One cat follows you from room to room. Another settles 6 feet away, pretending not to care. She chooses the nearest doorway with you in sight. Different personalities, same biology, they keep proximity without control. She watches you answer emails or waits on bath mats. She moves after you with quiet and untheatrical precision. Don't flatten it into being needy or weird, please. It is a body-level safety strategy and relationship signal. Once you see it, the behavior stops looking random. It starts looking exact if you are paying attention. You felt guilty pulling a sock out of her mouth. Tossing a cricket away does not make you cold. It doesn't mean you rejected her on purpose, ever. Your human brain just saw mess, germs, and inconvenience. It is just one more thing for you to clean up. Her nervous system was running a completely different program. You weren't failing a relationship. It was a translation. You were standing inside a very big translation problem. That mismatch shows up in quieter moments too. Clearly, your cat comes near when you're drained, without drama. There is no demand and no big dog performance. She relocates her body into your orbit and stays. People miss it because it doesn't look cinematic enough. They judge themselves for not earning affection from her. Affection is built through proximity and social buffering. Instead, it is the nervous system math of sharing some air. You didn't instantly recognize the offering or the follow. That isn't proof you were blind or unworthy. Cat communication is subtle, context-heavy, and easily mistranslated. You were taught to look for much louder signals. Let some of that self-blame drop right now. You didn't betray your cat by being human. Today, you didn't ruin the bond because of the rug. You were reading with human eyes. It is different. She was speaking with a feline body, not words. Love is still there, even if the translation's clumsy. If she brings you something, stop before you react. Soften your face and acknowledge the gesture first. That single pause changes everything. If you let it, if you want to test this today, don't train. Don't call her over or make a big moment. Next time you feel off, go still for minutes. Let the room settle before you reach for her. That is it. No baby voice and no patting. No come here. Just soften your shoulders and wait. Unclench your jaw and keep your hands relaxed. Now, if she trusts you as a safety anchor, watch. She appears in the doorway and hops up quietly. She sits with her back half turned and watches. People miss this waiting for a dog-style performance. Cats answer in distance, timing, and placement. Every time, if she doesn't come, that is not a rejection. It might be the noise or the time of day. Some cats press against your ribs, some keep space. They still coagulate from there. Don't force contact. This doesn't mean you failed your cat. At all. You are reading a safety system with human assumptions. Watch the route she takes and keep exits open. Watch whether her body loosens after she finally arrives. Those details tell you more than any label could. When you went quiet, where did she choose to be?